From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bradley Pinion set to go. Boy, no shortage of intrigue in this one. And the Bucs and the Chiefs are underway from Kansas City. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Watch the screen. 45's the mic. Kermit. Hey, Ripley. Check mic 45. Check mic 45. It's our field.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Danny.
From the 17, Mahomes buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Yellow. 180. Check. 45's the mic. All day, baby. All day. 45. Mike, 45. Switch up. Show an A. Attack. Motion. Pop.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A very lengthy opening drive, as this will be play number 12 coming on 3rd. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They hand this one to Gronk. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rob Gronkowski as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 77 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Extra point try now for Succop. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Thomas. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. With a 10, with 8. Check. 48. 8. Stay with your man.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he gets this up past the 30. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Second and 10. They fake the give. Newton. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you...
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To the right side, and he's got more, complete. Touchdown! Cam Newton able to find DJ Moore. And the Panthers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. but they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Brady now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Check, 43. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
What you gonna do for me when I get some Z's?
Wait, that's 73. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's coming.
On 3rd and short, the give to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The give is to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
7's a Mike. Mike 7. No chance.
A give to Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Like 29. Alpha. Pick it up. Slam, slam, slam. Pack it.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Newton's throw complete there to Moore. And he's got this down to the 35. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton checks this down to Hubbard. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't a...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Pyramid. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Got a man complete to Miller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Regular.
Now Brady. Going for it all. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, 27 yards. And the Bucks have made this a one-score game. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Boy, it's only a one-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Oh, he shifts past him. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Newton on 3rd down. Being chased out left. Cam wisely hitting the deck at the end as he slides and has the first as well.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Come on. Mike 7, Mike 7. Know your job.
Now Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let one go deep for Howard. It got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Brady going to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Fournette again, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The big back Leonard Fournette able to push his way in from a yard out. And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Suck up for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Come on now, let's go.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
He's running. He's checking crack.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about... From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Wait, 10. Wait, 20. Right there. 50.
Brady now on 1st down. He's able to find Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 39 yards. And the Bucs are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's where you belong. 25. Check 25. 15.
From the 31, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, back to Fournette. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run it with Jones. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Here's Brady to throw. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Let's go.
After one, 7-0 on EA.